What's going on, guys? It's the Insomniac here again, here to make another video for you. Sorry it's been a little bit. I've been really busy with school, studying for finals, and finishing photography projects and whatnot, but I am back nonetheless, and I do not have a question. Today I wanted to talk about a little bit of, a little something that has been bothering me lately, and that's just the United States Congress and House of Representatives and Senate. So yeah, let's hop right in. If you guys don't know, lately things in Congress have been kind of shitty. Neither Republicans nor Democrats can agree on anything, which isn't anything new, but lately it's been pretty bad. A few key things that they haven't been able to agree on are taxes, and how Democrats want to raise taxes on, tax, rich people, more or less, and cut taxes to the middle class. Jobs, and how jobs are going to be achieved, and how jobs are going to be created. Other small issues. Obviously, the main issues are always like gay marriage and abortion and those kind of things. Energy. Energy is one of them too. If we're going to cut energy, if we're going to build, pipelines or whatnot. And so, I just wanted to say a little bit about this and voice my opinion because it is something that really does bother me a lot. I don't consider myself Republican or Democrat. I consider myself a middle ground. Sometimes Republicans have things that they say that I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Sometimes Democrats do. But I personally don't believe that we're going to be able to get anything done in this country with Republicans in power or Democrats in power. I don't think it really matters. The reason I feel this way is because in reality, you have two sides, and they're not fighting for you. They're fighting for political control. They're fighting for their own well-being. They're fighting for themselves. And then when they get into Congress, they're not listening to what we have to say, the people have to say, the people who have the real power have to say. And they're just kind of going out and doing these things that they think are best for our country, when in reality, maybe you should probably listen to what people have to say. I don't believe that having Democrats in power or Republicans in power is going to get anything done. I just don't think it will. You're going to have Republicans bring up something, Democrats are going to look at it and say that looks dumb, they're going to bring up something, Republicans are going to look back at it and say that's dumb, and they're going to vote against each other, and there's no compromise. And to achieve anything in this country, we need compromise. If you don't have compromise, then you're screwed. There's a bill right now that is trying to be passed through, trying to be pushed through all the houses and everything, that has to do with two different things. It has to do with taxing and an oil pipeline that they want to be built from Alaska to Texas. There are a lot of things that I think are wrong with this. One, I don't think we should build a giant fucking oil pipeline from Alaska to Texas. I think that's stupid. It's a Republican, that's what the Republicans want to do. They say it'll create 24,000 jobs, when in reality, I think they're saying it will create less. You have conflicting sides. You have one side saying 24,000, you have the other side saying 3,200. I'm guessing, obviously, it's probably somewhere in between. No one really knows how many jobs it's going to create. It's all speculation, but at the same time, I think that's a dumb way to create jobs. I don't think we need it. I think it's a pointless thing. I don't think we don't need an oil pipeline that goes from Alaska to Texas. We don't need to ruin the environment like that. We don't need it. We just don't need it. But that's also coupled with a bill to raise, or to lower taxes on, like for rich people and for, which I think is stupid. If I had a ton of money, I wouldn't mind being taxed a little bit more, especially if it was going to help my country. Obviously, people don't see it the same way, but the Republicans are ridiculous, I think, on this account. And the fact that they're trying to join these two bills, these two things together, which make They have nothing to do with each other. Is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it bothers me a lot that I have, people that are representing me and representing my interests and representing my family's interests and my friends' interests and my life. They're representing my life. Are making these kind of decisions. It's just, it sucks. And it sucks also because I haven't been able to have a say in it. I'm 20 now. I'll be able to vote in the upcoming presidential election in under a year. And I really enjoy that. I think that's really cool because I have the ability to really decide and focus a lot on who I want to represent me. One thing I do not agree with is how the president is elected. For those of you that didn't know, what you use is the electoral colleges, which is every single state, all 50 states get two electoral college votes, if you may. Based on every state gets 2 senators in the U.S. Senate, and then we have you have a vote that is equal to the number of representatives in the United States House of Representatives, which is based off of population. What this does is it actually gives the ability for a president to win the presidency without winning the vote of the people. You saw it with George W. Bush in 2000 when he won the vote away from Al Gore, even though Al Gore received more votes. Gore received the popular vote, which means more people voted for him. Bush still won the presidency. I think this system is ridiculous. It's stupid, and it needs to be to become obsolete. If you took away the electoral colleges, what you have is you have a direct vote. You have people voting, those votes are being counted, and whoever gets more votes wins. That's how a democracy is supposed to work. We don't have a democracy, really. Like, truly, we don't have a democracy in voting for the president how things are right now. I also, just to touch on a few more subjects that are I think they're hotly debated by, Congress and the people of Congress. We'll start off with gay marriage. There's been a lot of things going around lately, especially with Rick Perry with his little video that said, where he said, he doesn't, he admits to not being ashamed of saying he's Christian, which I think is weird in a country that is 80% Christianity, Like, oh, you're with, like, most of the country. Oh, no. Like, good for you. But then he also says, but I don't have to go to church every day to know that there's something wrong when gays are allowed to openly serve in the military. And that really, when I first saw this video, it made me really mad. It's ridiculous. It's stupid and it's ignorant to think that, oh no, how dare you? Just because you're gay, that means you cannot go and serve your country. You can't go and help protect my freedoms. Like, you get those freedoms too, Rick Perry, because those people go out and help protect them. And I would just like to, I would like to say fuck you to Rick Perry. That's a beautiful thing about my, free speech. I can say fuck you, you fucking dick. I also think it's cowardly how he actually disabled comments on his video, which, by the way, I think at this point in time has over 800,000 dislikes on YouTube, which I think is pretty funny. I don't think gay marriage should be able to be decided by Congress. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I think if you want to get married, you should be able to get married. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not homophobic at all. I think gay people are really cool. Gay people are really nice. They're just humans. They're human beings. And you're telling me that because you feel a certain way in your heart, you're not allowed to do certain things? It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. What's going to happen if gay people get married? You want to know what's going to... Nothing. They're going to be married, and that's it. There's not going to be an apocalypse. There's not going to be a total societal collapse. Like, we're not going to all burst into flames. Like, they're going to get married, and they're going to be happier. Who are we to tell them that they are not allowed to be happy? Or miserable? Who are we to tell them they're not allowed to be miserable in a marriage? I just think that's fucking ridiculous. Also, I think it's ridiculous to have older men, mostly men, I will say mostly men because they're not all men, making decisions on whether or not abortion should be illegal. I am personally pro. I think abortion should be legal. I don't have a vagina. I don't know what it would be like. I don't understand what that experience would be like, and I can only imagine in my head how horrid it would be, like how scary it would be. I don't think that men who have dicks should have the ability to make a decision about something that they literally cannot understand. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I think it's just, I don't understand it. You know, these people that they're debating life or death, that's not the point. The point is that the woman should have the ability to choose. If I got somebody pregnant and they wanted to have an abortion, even if I didn't agree with it, I would agree with it. I would say, okay, it's your decision. It's your body. And yes, I did have a part in it, but it's your decision. This is you. Like, if you decide to do this, it's going to be a baby growing in you for 9 months until it's born. Like, I can't imagine how scary that would be, to tell you the truth. And I think it's ridiculous that we're having these people in Congress decide if that should be legal or not. That's ridiculous. There's a lot of things going on right now that I just don't agree with and that bother me. And I hope that, I wish that I could sit down with everybody that is in Congress right now and try to talk some sense into them. I wish that I could sit down with the president and ask him some things, and I wish that I could sit down with Republicans and Democrats and just blast them, because that would be great. If I could get the opportunity to do that, I would jump on it immediately. I think it'd be fantastic. But for now, I will make YouTube videos and express my opinions and hope that people see them. Thank you guys for watching. That's all that I had to talk about. Leave a like or a favorite or a dislike if you didn't like what I said. And leave your opinions, on what you think about this whole situation. I mean, obviously it affects everybody, so it's pretty important. And keep asking me questions. I love answering your guys' questions, and I love coming up with questions to make myself. Once school is over, I'm gonna have a month off, so I'm gonna be able to I want to try to make a lot more videos. So yeah. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you a lot, and I hope you guys have a great night. See you later.